Picture this: a grand wedding, where the bride walks down the aisle, radiant with joy, while the groom stands nervously, heart pounding with anticipation. Friends and family watch with teary eyes, believing they're witnessing the start of a lifelong fairy tale. Fast forward a few years, and this fairy tale has transformed into a tense courtroom battle. The love that once filled the air has turned into bitterness and disputes over assets. It's a scenario all too familiar, and it begs the question: why does marriage often turn into a financial disaster for men? How can they avoid being left penniless after divorce? Marriage, an institution historically seen as a partnership of love and mutual support, has evolved into something resembling a business contract. In this exploration, we'll delve into the financial dynamics of marriage and divorce, focusing on how women often emerge wealthier, while men struggle to rebuild their lives. We'll examine statistics, theories, and propose strategies to protect oneself in this modern financial landscape. The stark reality: financial disparity in divorce. Let's delve into some eye-opening statistics. According to the American Sociological Association, nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Within 5 years of divorce, approximately 50% of these women report an improvement in their financial status. Meanwhile, many men face a significant decline in their standard of living. This stark contrast raises a crucial question: what drives this financial disparity? Divorce takes an emotional toll on both parties, but its financial impact can be particularly devastating for men. Alimony, child support, and legal fees often result in a substantial financial burden. A study by the University of Chicago found that men's household income decreases by about 25% post-divorce, while women's household income drops by only 6%. Additionally, women frequently receive primary custody of children, securing child support and often retaining the family home, further stabilizing their financial situation. Imagine the stress of suddenly having to pay for 2 households instead of 1. The sleepless nights, the endless worry about making ends meet, and the bitter feeling of having lost not just a partner but financial security. For many men, this is the grim reality of divorce. The numbers reveal a sobering reality. Post-divorce, men often find themselves grappling with a significant reduction in their disposable income. The legal obligation to provide alimony and child support can consume a large portion of their earnings. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average alimony payment is approximately $5,000 annually, but this can vary widely depending on the length of the marriage, the income disparity between spouses, and the state laws governing alimony. In contrast, women who receive alimony and child support often experience a relative improvement in their financial situation. Child support payments, which average about $430 per month per child, help cover the costs of raising children and maintaining a household. When combined with alimony, these payments can significantly bolster a woman's financial stability post-divorce. Beyond the cold, hard numbers lies the emotional toll of divorce, which can be just as devastating as the financial impact. Men often struggle with the sudden change in their living situation. Losing the family home and adjusting to a new, possibly less desirable living arrangement can be emotionally taxing. The loss of daily interaction with their children, combined with the stress of financial strain, can lead to feelings of isolation, depression, and anxiety. Consider the psychological burden of knowing that your financial contributions are supporting a household you no longer live in. The knowledge that your ex-spouse's financial situation might be improving while you're struggling to stay afloat can exacerbate feelings of resentment and bitterness. For many men, the emotional wounds of divorce are compounded by the financial challenges, creating a vicious cycle of stress and despair. Legal fees are another significant burden. Divorce proceedings can be lengthy and contentious, especially when substantial assets or child custody are at stake. The average cost of a divorce in the United States is around $15,000, but high conflict cases can easily exceed this amount. Men often bear a large portion of these costs, especially if they are the higher earners and the primary breadwinners. Hidden expenses also add to the financial strain. Moving costs, setting up a new household, and potential job disruptions or relocations can quickly add up. These expenses are often overlooked when calculating the cost of divorce, but they play a crucial role in the overall financial impact. Women often have more robust social support networks, which can provide both emotional and financial assistance during and after a divorce. Friends, family, and community groups can offer support, advice, and sometimes even financial help, which can make a significant difference in the transition to post-divorce life. In contrast, men may find themselves more isolated, lacking the same level of support, which can exacerbate both emotional and financial difficulties. Research indicates that women are more likely to seek and receive social support during stressful times, including divorce. This support can come in many forms, such as emotional counseling, practical assistance with child care, or financial help from friends and family. Men, on the other hand, often hesitate to seek support, either due to social norms that discourage emotional expression or a personal reluctance to appear vulnerable. This lack of support can leave men feeling isolated and overwhelmed. Custody battles can be particularly draining, both emotionally and financially. Women are more likely to receive primary custody of children, which means they are awarded child support to help cover the expenses of raising them. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, around 80% of custodial parents are mothers, which means that men are often the ones paying child support. This financial obligation can be a significant burden, especially when combined with alimony and legal fees. The long-term financial impact of divorce can be profound. Retirement savings, which are often divided during divorce proceedings, can leave men with significantly reduced retirement funds. According to a report by the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College, divorced men are 21% more likely to be at risk of not having adequate income in retirement compared to their married counterparts. This reduction in retirement savings can force men to work longer, delay retirement, or significantly alter their post-retirement lifestyle. Despite the challenges, it's important to highlight that recovery is possible. Many men find that with careful financial planning, professional support, and time, they can rebuild their lives post-divorce. Strategies such as downsizing living expenses, seeking career advancement, and investing wisely can help men regain financial stability. Let's take a moment to hear from individuals who have experienced these financial and emotional challenges firsthand. Historical context: the evolution of divorce settlements. To understand the current financial landscape of divorce, we must delve into its historical roots, a journey that reveals both the evolution of societal norms and the enduring legacies of past legal frameworks. Traditionally, marriage was viewed as a partnership where men were the breadwinners, heading out to work and providing for the family, while women managed the household, taking care of children and maintaining the home. This division of labor was so ingrained that it influenced the very laws that govern marriage and divorce. In the early 20th century, the majority of women did not work outside the home. They were financially dependent on their husbands, and divorce could leave them without any means of support. To address this, divorce laws were designed to protect these women. Alimony and property settlements ensured that women received financial support after divorce. The aim was to prevent women from falling into poverty, recognizing their contributions to the household, even if they did not earn an income. These laws provided a safety net for women, who without their husband's support would have faced significant financial hardship. Alimony, for instance, was intended to allow women to maintain a standard of living similar to that during the marriage. The logic was clear: if a woman had dedicated years, sometimes decades, to supporting her husband's career and raising their children, she deserved financial compensation when that partnership ended. However, the landscape began to shift dramatically in the latter half of the 20th century. The feminist movement of the 1960s and 1970s championed gender equality, and more women began to enter the workforce. By the end of the 20th century, it was not uncommon for women to have their own careers and be financially independent. This significant societal shift brought into question the relevance of laws designed for a bygone era. Statistics illustrate this change vividly. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 1950, about 34% of women participated in the labor force. By 2020, this number had risen to approximately 57%. This dramatic increase in female labor participation fundamentally changed the economic dynamics within marriages. Despite these changes, many divorce laws have remained largely the same. The legal framework, originally designed to protect non-working wives, often results in substantial financial settlements for women, even when they are financially self-sufficient. This discrepancy can be traced back to the inertia within the legal system, which adapts slowly to societal changes. Consider the emotional complexity of this situation. On one hand, these laws have historical significance and were essential in protecting women who had no financial independence, On the other hand, in contemporary society, they can sometimes result in perceived inequities, particularly when women who are economically self-sufficient receive substantial alimony and asset settlements. To grasp the emotional and practical impact of these outdated laws, let's look at some real-life stories. Story 1: Jane's financial independence. Jane entered her marriage as a successful businesswoman with a thriving career. She contributed equally to the household income and continued to work throughout her marriage. When her marriage ended, she was awarded a significant portion of her husband's assets in addition to alimony. Jane, while grateful for the financial security, felt a sense of guilt and confusion, questioning the fairness of receiving such support despite her financial independence. Story 2: Mark's financial strain. Mark, a middle manager, married young and supported his wife through her education and early career. Over time, she became a high-earning executive. When they divorced, Mark was surprised to find that he still had to pay alimony. Despite his ex-wife's substantial income, the court ruled based on the duration of the marriage and their respective contributions over the years. Mark struggled with feelings of injustice and financial strain as he had to adjust his lifestyle significantly. Statistics provide a stark picture of the financial implications of these outdated laws. According to a report by the Institute for Family Studies, while only 9% of divorces involve alimony, the financial impact on those who do pay can be substantial. Alimony payments can constitute up to 30% of a payor's income, significantly affecting their financial stability. Moreover, a study from the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers found that women receive about 60% of the marital assets on average in divorce settlements. This figure highlights the lasting impact of laws designed in a different era. The legal system is gradually starting to acknowledge these disparities. Some states have begun to reform alimony laws to reflect contemporary economic realities better. For instance, states like Massachusetts and New Jersey have introduced measures to limit the duration and amount of alimony, especially for marriages of shorter duration or where both parties are financially independent. Innovative solutions. Equitable solutions. Implementing more equitable solutions that consider both parties' financial independence can help create fairer outcomes. This could involve limiting alimony duration or adjusting property settlements based on both spouses' earning capacities. Financial planning and education, encouraging prenuptial agreements and promoting financial literacy can help individuals prepare better for potential divorces. Educating couples about financial planning and the implications of divorce can lead to more informed decisions and fairer outcomes. Support systems. Enhancing support systems for men going through divorce can mitigate emotional and financial hardships. Creating robust networks for both men and women ensures that all individuals have access to the support they need. The modern business of marriage. In contemporary society, marriage often functions as a financial partnership. Joint investments, shared assets, and prenuptial agreements turn marriage into a complex economic entity. Women who statistically have longer lifespans often benefit more from this arrangement, particularly post-divorce. Consider high-profile divorces such as Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott. Scott received a settlement that made her one of the wealthiest women in the world. Similarly, the divorce of Mel Gibson and Robin Moore saw Moore walking away with a substantial portion of Gibson's fortune. These cases are not anomalies, they reflect a broader trend where women secure significant financial assets post-divorce. Another case is that of Michael Jordan and Juanita Vinoy. Vinoy received a settlement worth $168 million, one of the largest in history at the time. These examples underscore a common pattern: women often emerge from divorces with substantial financial gains, while men face the challenge of rebuilding their wealth. In today's world, marriage often transcends its traditional role, functioning as a complex financial partnership. Joint investments, shared assets, and prenuptial agreements turn marriage into an intricate economic entity. This transformation has significant implications, particularly in the context of divorce, where financial outcomes can vary dramatically. Modern marriages involve a variety of financial commitments. Couples often purchase homes together, invest in joint retirement accounts, and manage shared debts. These financial ties mean that a divorce is not just an emotional separation, but also a financial disentanglement. The division of these shared assets can have profound impacts on both parties' financial futures. Statistically, women have longer lifespans than men, which can influence the financial dynamics of a marriage. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), The average life expectancy for women in the United States is about 81 years, compared to 76 years for men. This longevity means that women, post-divorce, often benefit more from settlements that ensure long-term financial security. High-profile divorce cases often highlight the financial windfalls women can receive. These cases are not anomalies but rather reflect a broader trend where women secure significant financial assets post-divorce. One of the most notable examples is the divorce of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott. When the couple divorced in 2019, Scott received 25% of Bezos's Amazon stock, which amounted to around $36 billion at the time. This settlement made her one of the wealthiest women in the world. Scott has since used her wealth to become a prominent philanthropist, donating billions to various causes. The Bezos-Scott divorce underscores the massive financial gains that can result from the dissolution of a marriage involving substantial assets. Scott's financial windfall is a testament to the potential outcomes of high-stakes divorce settlements. Another significant case is that of actor Mel Gibson and his wife, Robin Moore. When they divorced in 2011 after 31 years of marriage, Moore received half of Gibson's estimated $850 million fortune. This $425 million settlement remains one of the largest in Hollywood history. Moore's settlement highlights the substantial financial benefits that can accrue to spouses in long-term marriages, particularly when significant wealth is involved. The longevity of their marriage played a crucial role in the size of the settlement. Michael Jordan, the legendary basketball player, divorced his wife, Juanita Vinoy, in 2006. Vinoy received a settlement worth $168 million, one of the largest in history at the time. This case further exemplifies the significant financial gains women can achieve through divorce. Jordan and Vinoy's divorce is a powerful illustration of how divorce settlements can result in substantial wealth transfers. Vinoy's settlement enabled her to maintain a high standard of living post-divorce and secure her financial future. These high-profile cases reflect broader statistical trends. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, women are more likely to receive alimony and a larger share of marital assets in divorces. Approximately 97% of alimony recipients are women, underscoring the gendered nature of financial support post-divorce. Furthermore, a study by the Institute for Social and Economic Research found that women's household income tends to increase by about 20% post-divorce, while men's income drops by approximately 10%. This disparity highlights the financial benefits women often experience, contrasted with the economic challenges men face. Beyond the numbers, the emotional and psychological impact of these financial outcomes cannot be ignored. For many men, the financial strain of paying alimony and child support, combined with the loss of significant assets, can be overwhelming. The need to rebuild wealth and adjust to a reduced standard of living adds to the emotional toll of divorce. For women, the financial gains can provide a sense of security and independence. However, they can also come with feelings of guilt or discomfort, especially if they were financially self-sufficient before the divorce. The emotional complexity of these settlements is an essential aspect of the broader narrative. The financial disparities observed in divorce settlements raise intriguing questions about gender roles and the legal framework governing marriage and divorce. Several theories and potential solutions can be explored to address these disparities. Theory 1: Evolving gender roles. One theory is that evolving gender roles are not yet fully reflected in divorce laws. As more women achieve financial independence, there is a growing argument for reforming alimony and asset division laws to reflect these changes. Ensuring that divorce settlements are fair and equitable for both parties, regardless of gender, is a critical goal. Theory 2: Prenuptial agreements. Prenuptial agreements offer a practical solution to managing financial expectations and outcomes in divorce. By clearly defining the division of assets and financial responsibilities before marriage, couples can avoid contentious and financially devastating divorce settlements. Encouraging more couples to consider prenuptial agreements could lead to fairer outcomes. Solution 1: Legal reforms. Legal reforms aimed at modernizing divorce laws can help address the financial disparities. For example, some states have introduced measures to limit the duration and amount of alimony, particularly in cases where both parties are financially independent. These reforms aim to create a more balanced approach to financial support post-divorce. Solution 2: Financial planning and counseling. Providing access to financial planning and counseling for divorcing couples can help them navigate the financial complexities of divorce. Professional advice can assist in creating fair and sustainable financial arrangements, reducing the emotional and financial strain on both parties. The financial landscape of divorce is complex, reflecting historical norms, evolving gender roles, and the legal framework that governs marriage. High-profile cases and statistical trends highlight the financial windfalls women often receive, contrasted with the challenges men face. By exploring these dynamics and considering potential reforms, we can work towards a more equitable system that supports both parties through the financial and emotional challenges of divorce. The goal is to create a legal and societal framework that reflects contemporary realities, ensuring fair and just outcomes for all involved. Through awareness, advocacy, and reform, we can navigate the complexities of marriage and divorce in a way that honors the contributions and needs of both men and women, fostering a more balanced and equitable approach to financial partnerships in contemporary society. Psychological aspects: the emotional manipulation. Divorce is not just a financial transaction, it's a deeply emotional process that can leave lasting scars. While women often emerge stronger, leveraging their social networks and support systems to rebuild their lives, men frequently find themselves isolated and emotionally drained. This psychological aspect can significantly influence financial decisions, often to the detriment of men. Consider the emotional manipulation that can occur during a divorce. The stress and heartbreak of ending a marriage can lead to poor decision-making. Men might agree to unfavorable settlements simply to expedite the process and reduce their emotional pain. This emotional vulnerability can have lasting financial repercussions. For instance, a man might accept a disproportionate division of assets or agree to excessive alimony payments just to avoid prolonged conflict and emotional distress. The desire to move on and find peace can cloud judgment, leading to decisions that are financially unsound in the long run. This phenomenon is supported by a study from the University of Arizona, which found that men are more likely to agree to settlements quickly to avoid the emotional toll of prolonged negotiations. The psychological toll of divorce on men can be profound. According to a study published in the Journal of Men's Health, men who go through divorce are at a higher risk of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts compared to women. The loss of a partner, changes in living arrangements, and reduced interaction with children can contribute to a deep sense of loss and loneliness. The same study found that men are less likely to seek emotional support from friends and family, exacerbating their isolation. This lack of support can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance abuse or withdrawal from social activities, further compounding their emotional and financial difficulties. Given these emotional and financial challenges, it's essential to reframe how we view marriage and divorce. Recognizing marriage as a financial partnership rather than a purely romantic union can help both parties approach it with clearer expectations. Encouraging open communication about finances and fostering mutual respect can pave the way for healthier, more equitable relationships. Promoting financial literacy among both men and women is a crucial step towards more informed decisions and fairer outcomes in divorce. Financial education programs can empower individuals to manage their assets better and prepare for potential challenges. Statistics from the National Financial Educators Council show that individuals who receive financial education are more likely to save and invest wisely, reducing the risk of financial hardship post-divorce. By understanding the implications of joint investments, debts, and savings, couples can navigate the financial aspects of divorce more effectively. Advocating for legal reforms that reflect modern economic realities can ensure more balanced settlements. Changes in alimony laws and property division statutes can help create a fairer system. For example, some states have introduced laws that limit the duration of alimony, particularly in cases where both parties are financially independent. According to the American Bar Association, these reforms aim to balance the need for financial support with the recognition that both parties should strive for self-sufficiency post-divorce. By updating laws to reflect contemporary gender roles and economic conditions, we can reduce the financial disparities often seen in divorce settlements. Building robust support systems for men going through divorce can help mitigate emotional and financial hardships. Support groups, counseling, and legal aid can provide essential assistance. According to a report by the National Center for Health Research, men who participate in support groups during divorce experience lower levels of depression and anxiety. Creating spaces where men feel comfortable seeking help and sharing their experiences can reduce the isolation and emotional strain associated with divorce. Legal aid services can also ensure that men have access to competent legal representation, helping them negotiate fairer settlements. Divorce is a multifaceted process that involves emotional, psychological, and financial challenges. By rethinking marriage and divorce as financial partnerships and promoting open communication, we can create healthier and more equitable relationships. Innovative solutions. Financial literacy. Promoting financial literacy among both men and women can lead to more informed decisions and fairer outcomes. Financial education programs can empower individuals to manage their assets better and prepare for potential challenges. Legal reforms. Advocating for legal reforms that reflect modern economic realities can ensure more balanced settlements. Changes in alimony laws and property division statutes can help create a fairer system. Support systems. Building robust support systems for men going through divorce can help mitigate emotional and financial hardships. Support groups, counseling, and legal aid can provide essential assistance. Co-parenting arrangements. Promoting shared custody arrangements can reduce the financial burden on one parent and ensure a more balanced approach to child rearing expenses. By implementing these solutions and fostering a more equitable approach to marriage and divorce, we can help individuals navigate the complexities of these life events with greater resilience and fairness. The goal is to ensure that both parties emerge from divorce with the financial stability and emotional support needed to rebuild their lives and move forward. Let's take a moment to hear from real people who have navigated the turbulent waters of divorce. Story 1. John's struggle. John, a successful entrepreneur, found himself blindsided by his wife's request for a divorce after 15 years of marriage. Despite his efforts to reach an amicable settlement, he ended up losing half of his business assets and was ordered to pay substantial alimony and child support. The financial strain was immense, but what hurt more was the emotional toll. John struggled with feelings of betrayal and isolation, compounded by the financial pressures. Story 2. Lisa's triumph. On the other side, we have Lisa, who initiated her divorce after discovering her husband's infidelity. With the help of a skilled lawyer, she secured a significant financial settlement, including the family home and a substantial portion of her husband's retirement savings. Lisa used the settlement to start her own business and found financial independence she never had during her marriage. These stories reflect the diverse experiences of men and women in divorce. While men often face financial and emotional challenges, women can sometimes find new opportunities and financial empowerment. Conclusion. The modern business of marriage requires a balanced approach to ensure that both parties can emerge financially stable after a divorce. By understanding the financial dynamics, legal intricacies, and emotional impacts, men can better protect themselves and strive for fair outcomes. Marriage should not be a gamble with one's financial future, but a partnership where both parties can thrive, together or apart. As we move forward, it's crucial to advocate for a more equitable legal system and promote financial literacy to empower individuals to make informed decisions. Marriage and divorce are complex, multifaceted experiences that require thoughtful navigation. By fostering open dialogue, providing support, and encouraging fair legal practices, we can work towards a future where both men and women can find stability and success, whether in marriage or after its dissolution.